Hello, lovely people. It's us, Chris here. I'm back with another lovely video, and today I have my friend with me. He's also a YouTuber, and his name is
I'm Ben Enegbe.
Great. So, I mean, we were having a few discussions some time ago about Africa and what is happening in Africa, and then we came across one video from an African YouTuber. I think it's actually two people that had this video, and it's Wadimaya and African Tigress. And this video was about their traveling experience within African continent and the challenges they faced when they traveled to some of these African countries. And we were lamenting on it, and we decided to, come on YouTube and talk about it and to hear people's, opinion on such challenges that Africans face whenever they are traveling within Africa. So, guys, today what we're going to talk about is about the challenges we face as Africans when we travel within our own continent. So we're going to watch a little bit of these videos, and then we're going to discuss about it and see how we can improve in this kind of things, and see how we can make things easy for us all, because I think we are all one people, and as one people, I think it should be more easy for us to travel within our own, we should be able to travel
within African
countries, exactly. So that's what we're going to talk about, and then we're going to give you people the chance to comment below and tell us also about your experience and what you've encountered when you're traveling within African countries. So guys, let's go and watch this video, and then we will discuss more about it.
You know what? Yeah, but I have a visa. I have a visa. Yeah. No, he said. But I'm not joking. I respect you a lot, and I don't know why you are doing this for real. So everyone want to know why I got deported from Uganda back to Rwanda. People are saying that I'm making Uganda look bad. I never said it anywhere. I was in Uganda myself. The apartment that I lived in Uganda was paid by Ugandan. The car that I used in Uganda was paid by Ugandan. Why will I even make people like that look bad? Like, I don't understand why Africans cannot come together, because I feel like most of you hate the truth. And most of you are not brave. You are just covering up for your country. I'm from Ghana. You're from South Africa. You're from Nigeria. You're from Rwanda. If something wrong is happening in your country, we just have to voice out the truth. Get a shot without to make any country look bad. The name Africa has already been destroyed, and that is why I'm trying to change it. I've been in so many African countries, and every country that I go to, I try to make something positive out of the country. I was in Kenya, I got arrested, but it was the first time in Kenya. The first day I got there, I got arrested, but yet I was able to use my phone, risk my life again, just to do good videos for Kenya with my phone. Some of you were even complaining that your videos quality is not good. I use my phone for everything, just to let the world see the Africa they don't see on TV. I don't hate any country. I'm in Rwanda. When I came to Rwanda, I never read anything about Rwanda. But me, when I'm going to any country, I don't read anything about a country. I just go. Whatever I see, first impression, I use it as my videos. That's what I do. Some of you are saying, Kagame is paying me to do all these videos. Like, it's really sad. And I'm even shocked that a Kenyan telling me that I got arrested in Kenya, got deported in Uganda. Very soon they're going to kill me and throw me in a river soon. He hopes so. People were saying like, oh, thank what? You got deported. You were, how do you call it? You were using our women. It's so crazy. When I went to Uganda, I'll tell you honestly, like, Uganda is the only country that I went to. Girls over there thought I was gay because I was not ready to touch anybody, even though they were all over me. The girls thought I was gay. I'm not bragging, but this is what happened to me in Uganda. What is the story? Let me tell you what happened. I was supposed to use Kenya Airways to where? To Tanzania. But my friend told me that, hey, we have Air Tanzania. It's a new airline. You can use the Air Tanzania. I was like, wow, let me change my ticket and use Air Tanzania. Because throughout my whole African trip, I'm patronizing African airline. Because I tell you guys that make sure you patronize African airline. So as somebody who is talking about it, I need to set example. From China to Ghana, I use Ethiopian airline. From Ghana to Ethiopia, I use Kenya Airways. From Ethiopia to Rwanda, I use what? I use Ethiopian airline. From Rwanda to Uganda, I use what? RAN Air. So from Uganda to where? How do you call it? Tanzania, I wanted to use Air Tanzania because it's a new airline. So I wanted to promote this airline, that's all. So when I was checking in my bag, I had a vlogging camera with me. So I took a video of my bag, right? My bag, and if you go to if you're taking your ticket, you see a screen there that shows Air Tanzania. That is the only shot that I took on my phone just to talk about it. This is how I got my ticket. I've been traveling to so many countries. I've even done a video on it. Like, whenever you go into any immigration, never use your camera. And I'm gonna get back to you when I get out of the place. I was holding my vlogging camera because it's a small camera. I hold it everywhere I go to. I was holding this camera. Then there's a lady, immigration officer. She saw me with a vlogging camera. He's like, come here. He's grown enough to be like my mother. I respected her. I went close to her. You know what she told me? He said, you took a photo. I was like, Mommy, no. This is my camera. I didn't take any photo. It's like, why are you holding the camera? I said, I can give it to you for you to check. I gave her the camera. She doesn't even know how to use it. I decided to show her the pictures myself. I flipped.
All right, this video is a very long one, so we're gonna talk in between, and
Excuse me.
discuss a little bit about this. It's very sad. It's really disappointing. Watching this video it's really disappointing to even imagine that he has to go through all this, just trying every possible means to project Africa in a very positive, way. It's actually very, sad to hear his story. You can tell from his voice that he's very, very, disappointed and heartbroken or whatever. And first of all, what is even more disappointing, right, to me, is that as an African, because he said he has to go for a visa in order to travel to Uganda. I've never been to Uganda, and I've never used an African passport to travel to any of these African countries, so I wouldn't know if you would need a visa to travel within African countries. But from what he was saying, obviously you would need a visa to go to a country like Uganda from Ghana, because I know other countries probably you wouldn't need.
Yeah, some countries you need a visa, some countries you don't need a visa to go.
But the question is, why would you need a visa to travel within Africa? That is what I don't understand, first of all. You know what I mean? Like, why should it be so? Because from my understanding, I know that Africa has a union, right?
Yeah.
And this union means like coming together.
That's what it means.
For a common goal or for a common purpose. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because if you come to Europe, for instance, right, there is European Union, right? And within this European Union, I mean, countries within Europe or this European Union can travel freely to each other's to any country within Europe, isn't it?
Yes.
And this is an agreement that that has been signed by all these countries
Yeah.
within these
European Union.
European Union, and it's making life easy for all these Europeans, isn't it?
Yeah.
So why should you live in Africa? Because first of all, the Western even think Africa is a country. You understand what I'm saying? They don't even see Africa as a continent. They see Africa as a country. So why should I even have to go for a visa to travel to Uganda? First of all, it's something that I don't understand. What do you think about that? What's your thought on this one?
You see, the funny thing, this thing is, it up had to boil down to leadership in Africa, our leaders, because we've got the African Union, just like the way they have the European Union. They sit together and say, look, we don't want borders. People can travel freely from Belgium to Holland, from Holland to Germany, from Germany to Poland, to France. The same thing should be done in Africa. I don't see any reason why I want to travel from Nigeria to Ghana. I need a visa. Okay, I believe most West African countries are free. You don't need a visa to travel within West African countries.
Yeah, I know there's something like ECOWAS.
Yes, they've got the ECOWAS passport.
But that even I don't understand. Well, I might be wrong. I'm just trying to find out, what is really going on. Because from my understanding, I know that there is something called African Union.
Yes.
What is this other thing called ECOWAS? What
Okay.
What is this other thing called ECOWAS? Where this within this like this ECOWAS thing, right? So with ECOWAS, so if you're part of the ECOWAS, then you can travel freely. You can, it's not like you can really travel freely.
No.
You will still need your passport to be stamped in order to enter the ECOWAS country, even if you are within the ECOWAS or whatever being the case.
Yeah, but it's the same even with the European Union, I believe so.
But
most of the times, I think they check your ID or your passport or get a stamp, and you go through.
Yeah, but this
no
is
stress.
Yeah, but this is all European Union countries.
Yes.
Right. But when you put African Union aside, there is another union again, which is the ECOWAS. You get my point? So within the ECOWAS country, right, putting African Union aside, now there is another thing called ECOWAS, right? And then the ECOWAS, that is when you don't really need a visa to travel if you're part of the ECOWAS, right? So let's say, for instance, somebody from South Africa coming to Ghana,
you need a visa.
He will need a visa because it's not part of the ECOWAS, right? To come to Ghana,
Yes.
right? But South Africa is also part of the African Union.
That's the thing.
So what is the difference? That's what I don't. That's what I don't.
This whole thing is just confusing, and
sometimes I feel like we Africans, we make things difficult for our own selves.
That's
to be
the
honest,
truth.
you understand? Because I'm trying to understand what is really going on here, especially with this incident with Wode Maya.
From what Wode Maya just explained in this clip, like Andrew saying, we're not going to show the whole clip. Like he said, he's going to give you the link or tell you the link. You can go on it and watch the full video. But like he said, we're going to talk about it. From what I can pick from what he just said, he had a visa to go to Uganda, I think from Tanzania or so.
Yeah, from Tanzania, Kenya, somewhere like that.
Yeah. So he got stopped at the airport. The lady said he was videoing. Why? And he said, I wasn't videoing. She said, no, you were videoing. You're lying. And he said, okay, this is my camera. Check my camera. I wasn't videoing. He only took the picture. Like when you're going through departure, he only took the picture because he's going to put... He's a YouTuber. He's a content creator. He's going to put this to say, look, I went to this country. This was when I was going in. Then when you're going out again, I do that as well. I take a picture. Sometimes I do video, departure, arrival, to show on my channel. I went to this country. This was when I was going out. And this was when I was coming in. And the lady said, you were videoing. And he said, no, I wasn't videoing. There are certain places at the airport you don't video for security reasons.
Yes.
So he said, I wasn't doing that. And she said, no, okay, they took his camera, went through it. He didn't video. They only saw a picture, which he took, like the partial. Then they deleted his stuff. So that was the thing that got him angry. Was like, so, no, you don't have to do this. Why did you delete my footage. That is where he makes his money from. He travels everywhere. He buys his tickets. He stays in hotels. This guy is going around African country promoting Africa, and I don't see any reason why he should be treated like that. Okay, not only that, the guy took his ticket and tore his ticket and said to him, "You will not fly." Why? That's abuse of power. And this is happening to an Africa in Africa. We're not saying he's traveling to Europe. This is happening in one European country.
I know normally we when we travel within Europe, or when an African is traveling within Europe, you are likely to encounter such stuff.
I've experienced that in Switzerland some time ago.
Yeah, we've all experienced it one way or the other,
Yes.
and in all these European countries, whatever be the case. But it's sad. It's really sad that you will be in Africa feeling that you are at home.
Yeah.
You are now going to experience real freedom because you are within your own. You are among your own people,
Of
and
course.
then you don't want to think that anybody is going to make you feel as if you are less of a human. You know what I mean? But it's sad that it even happens more in Africa than, I'm telling you, it even happens more in Africa than it will happen in Europe. I'm telling you.
I believe so.
Yeah, because I have had a similar incident when I traveled some time back to what do you call it, South Africa. You know, I think I've had two experiences, and
Sad.
yeah, because I traveled, and then I don't know when I got off the flight, and then we went through immigration, and then everything was done, and blah blah blah. Then so I was leaving. I was heading to the arrival and whatever. And then I don't know whether it's a costume. I don't know whether it's an immigration officer. I don't know what exactly he is. But then he stopped me, and I think at that time I happened to be the only black. I don't know if I didn't really see a lot of black people, but just me, and the remaining were all white people. You know, all that. And then this guy stopped me. I was really not happy because, first of all, it was a very long flight from UK to South Africa. It's like 10 hours, and I have to do transit. So altogether, I'm talking about, let's say 14 hours trip to South Africa. So when I was stopped, I was really not happy because I felt like, come on guys, I'm so tired. I just want to go home, refreshen up, and just, sleep or something like that. And then he stopped me. So when he stopped me, he was like, "Oh, what is it in your bag?" And I said, "It's just my normal clothes." And he said, "Okay, open your bag." So I was just about to open my bag. Then he said, "Okay, first of all, give me your passport." So when I gave him, I gave him my passport, right? And then he was like, "Oh, you're coming from the UK? Oh, okay. Oh, what did you bring for me and all that?" All of a sudden,
Change of attitude. Now.
Change of attitude because I'm holding a British passport.
You're not holding an African.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And at that time, my cousin was also meeting me in South Africa. He had a Ghana passport, right? So when I finished with this, when I had this encounter, after I showed him my British passport, he started becoming so friendly and
Sure.
all that, and then
Sorry, was this a black person?
black person. So I was like, "Don't you want to check my bag?" And he was, "Oh, no, it's fine. You can go." Blah blah blah. And then I said, "Wow." So I just left, and then I met my cousin outside. So he also told me that, "Oh man, the experience I had with these people. As soon as I got off and I went to the immigration, they asked me who is sponsoring me or who am I going to stay with. I told them that I'm meeting my cousin, and my cousin have got the reservation and all that. They said, no way, they're not going to let him in because he's not showing his hotel reservation."
He didn't have the hotel reservation.
He didn't have it, but then the person meeting him is outside. You got my point?
Yeah.
Because we're not going to stay in the hotel. We're going to stay in the house.
Family person.
Yeah, you know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah.
So he said, "Oh, the person that is meeting me is outside. And my cousin too is coming from the UK. So they're going to meet me outside." They said, "No, wait, they're not going to let him in because he has to show reservation or whatever being the case." You know what I mean? And then he said, "Okay, can you just let us go out and let me just meet this person or my cousin, because first of all, I don't have internet to call or whatever being the case, or I don't even have a reception to call, which they did not agree. So now he has to literally bribe them. He said he gave them like I don't know, £20 or so, something like that. Then they release him to go. You get my point?
Yeah.
And you ask yourself, but why? You get my point. Why should this be happening to an African person who is traveling within Africa just for tourism or whatever being the case, will have to encounter such humiliation? But it's not even that. And then I had the second experience, the same thing. I flew again to South Africa, and then when the immigration person saw me, he pulled me over. And then again, the only black person that was pulled over. And then he was like, oh, where are you going or whatever, something like that. Do you have any stuff? He said, do you have any stuff? I don't know, I can't remember. But then he was like, do you have any stuff that you're going to sell or something? Or you've any new things that you've bought or something like that? I said, yeah, I've bought so many new things. Oh, can I see? And I said, at that point, I was very angry because I said to him that, why is it that anytime I come to this country, I am the only person that you people will stop among the many people that are passing by? I've not seen any other person being stopped apart from me, being the only black person among these people that are all passing by.
And this is happening in an African country.
Oh, it's not like I said. It was like, oh, it's not like. I said, it is like that. It is like, because this is not the first time. This is not the second time. Why is it always like this? Because I don't understand. If I have seen other people, I've seen other race like Indians or white people being stopped and being searched, then I will understand that it's something that
It's normal.
It's a normal thing that you do. But looking at it right now, look, I'm the only person standing here. I'm the only person you are
is just
searching.
passing through.
It's like 10 o'clock in the evening, for God's sake. And I'm the only person standing here, and I'm the only person you are searching. Why? Why do I have to? Because I have to go to Europe and face this same thing. And I have to come to Africa feeling that I'm in the country of my own people, that I have to feel a bit free.
Yeah, where you're supposed to be shown love and care.
No, but I'm still facing the same discriminatory that I'll face in Europe. You get what I'm trying to say? That's the same thing I'm facing here. And then ask yourself, what is the problem? What is the problem with us? You get my point? Because this video, what Demaya is, or this story, what Demaya is telling, is very sad.
It's very
because
sad.
For me, I can say that he's one of the people that I admire a lot because of the good work he's doing, trying to project Africa. Look at what he has to go through. It's not easy. It's not easy to even travel within Africa. The ticket alone,
It's expensive.
it's ridiculous.
It is.
I can't remember. I checked a ticket from Ghana to Gambia. I was like, wow, I will use that money to travel to Europe than to spend it to go to
I think when I even talked about that.
Yeah, his trip to Congo or
his
something
trip
like that.
to one African country was twice more expensive than traveling from the UK to US.
Yeah. So if somebody like this, right, is spending all this money just to project Africa, because trust me, the media will never,
Never.
ever
Sure.
show any good side of Africa to the world. You understand? And these people that are taking advantage of YouTube, making videos, projecting Africa in a good way, I feel like these people need to be supported more to encourage other people to also do the same thing, because we are the only people that can tell our story.
Of course, and that is what he always say. We are the only ones that can tell our story. We're not going to wait for Europeans or people from the Western world to tell our story for us. No. And that is what he's doing. And that's why I was not really happy when I'm watching that video. Somebody who is trying to change the narrative about Africa is being treated like this.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
You sit
painful.
here and think about it the whole day, and trust me,
Yeah.
you will never understand why this is.
Because when we travel within Europe, outside Europe, you see the way the other people are being treated. When they, like, for instance, I'm traveling, let's say I'm going to Germany or I'm going to Poland,
Yeah.
and a German is in front of me or a Polish person is in front of me, do you think he's going to get the same treatment like me when he's going to his own country?
No.
He's going to get open harm.
Yeah.
They're going to treat him well.
Yeah.
But me coming, first of all, this is a colored person.
Right.
I'm going to be looked at very well. Has he got the right documents to come here?
Yeah, because obviously you're coming from a poverty country, isn't it?
Of course.
So they're going to look at you like, oh, this one is going to come and stay here illegally. So, yeah.
You understand? So why should you be traveling within African country and you face the same thing? Why? Why? So that's why I said, for me, all these things boils down to leadership. Leadership. The people working in our immigration, custom, police, and all of these places, when they see Africans that are traveling to African country, trying to project the country, make it look good for outsiders to see that, look, this is not what we've heard about these countries. It's completely different. They should give them a helping hand than trying to frustrate what they're doing. Because that's exactly what they try to do to this guy. Wanda Maya is doing his best, so he should be encouraged. And like you said, the other
African tigress.
African tigress, I watched that video how she slept at the border of one country and all of those things.
And I mean, how the Zimbabwean treated her when she got there, thinking that she's going to stay there illegally and all that. And then you ask yourself, I mean, come on, guys. She's from another African country to another. I don't think there's anything different between. I think the similarity is the same, isn't it? Yeah. Poverty rate or whatever being the case is kind of the same in every other African country. Let's say maybe, I don't know, maybe the northern part of Africa probably might be a bit better or whatever being the case. But when it comes to the western, the southern, and the eastern part of Africa, I think it's kind of similar. So I wouldn't see the point of me moving from Kenya to Zimbabwe. Maybe somebody might do it, and maybe people might do it, and maybe that's maybe, I don't know, maybe they've encountered such things with people trying to enter Zimbabwe and stay there illegally or whatever, being the case. But then if people are proving to you that this is not the case, this is why I'm coming to Zimbabwe, because from African Tigress, guys, if you want to watch that video, her name is African Tigress. She's a YouTuber. You can check her videos, and then she also encountered such experience on when traveling to Zimbabwe. It's kind of similar to what Maya's video. So we're not going to show that video, but if you want to watch her story as well, she's on YouTube. Her name is African Tigress, and she's got a similar story, so you can check that one also out. But as I'm saying, from her experience, she said she proved beyond doubt that she's not going to stay in Zimbabwe. And this is what she does. She's a YouTuber. She goes around the African continent trying to project Africa in a positive way and all that. But then they don't even want to listen to her. You know what I mean? They just, I don't know, even though she's proving every point that, listen, this is my passport. I've been to this country. I've even traveled to the United States of America. You understand? So if there is any place I want to live for greener pastures, I don't think it should be Zimbabwe. I'm not saying Zimbabwe is not a good place or whatever being the case. But then she felt like there's a much better place for me to migrate to than to live in Zimbabwe. You understand what I'm saying? So guys, then they were like, oh, people normally would travel from Zimbabwe. They'll travel from wherever, come to Zimbabwe, and then sneak through to South Africa or whatever being the case. And then she said, listen, I've been to South Africa before. So if I want to go to South Africa, I know what to do. I have South African visa. So I would directly go to South Africa. I wouldn't need to pass through Zimbabwe to go to South Africa. But then they wouldn't even listen to a story. And then you ask them, because I feel like most of the time, this thing happens in Europe, because they've already made their decision that this person, we're not going to let this person in. You know what I mean? So no matter what you're going to say, it always will fall on the dead ears. But then if this person is proving beyond every doubt, like she's trying to make you understand that, listen, this is not the case, and then they don't even want to listen. They're looking at like their fellow African person who is trying her best, to make African
look good,
They don't even want to listen to a story. All they want to do is just to send it back to
So by
to
can't
Kenya.
they send her back? What is their profit? What's their gain? What's their gain? Because this person is trying to project Africa in a positive way. She, like you say, she has shown them her passport, shown them the visa or something. So
Right.
so why being treated that way?
Like I said,
know?
you're gonna sit here and think about it, and you will never understand why this is really happening. Sometimes you wanna think, is it from the fault of the leaders? Is it because people don't travel within Africa, so they find it hard to believe that
people are traveling
people
within
can
Africa.
travel within Africa? Is it that we don't like ourselves? Is it inferiority complex? Or you will sit there and you will think about it, and you will never get the understanding of why this is happening. Because if I am traveling to any African country, I'm traveling to that country because I want to see how the place look like.
yeah.
I'm not even thinking about I want to migrate to that country, because I feel like whatever that is in that country is similar to what I have in my country. It's similar to what is there in my country, Ghana. You get my point? So why would I want to migrate to Kenya and live there when I feel like I can have the same life in Ghana? Or why would I want to migrate to what do you call it, Uganda? I know all these places are very beautiful places to be or whatever, because I personally, I sometimes I have a Facebook page that I promote all these places that I'm mentioning. So people should not get me wrong. I'm not saying that your country is not good enough, but what I'm trying to put across is that there should be a more reason. There should be something that will actually make me to want to move from Ghana to Kenya. You get my point? Something like, maybe let's say I've got some sort of school that, or something that I need to do there. Maybe the school, maybe work is taking me there.
Project or something.
You get my point?
Because within European countries, people leave Belgium to France, they leave Holland to UK and to Germany to Poland, to different countries. They go there, probably they just say, well, I want to have a change of country.
Or
They
change
go
of
there,
environment, yeah.
or change of environment, stay for a year or two,
Right.
then after a while they decide to go back to their country. I've got
But
friends
what
like that.
even the fact is that even if I want to migrate to Kenya, what's the big deal?
What's wrong migrating to Kenya? Kenya is
What's-
Africa. What's wrong
We
with
are all one-
migrating
we are
from
all-
Ghana to Nigeria? What's wrong with migrating from
We
Nigeria
are
to
all-
Ghana?
we are all one
to Kenya to Uganda?
Because we are all one people.
Yeah.
These Western people, they see us all as one black
That's the
people.
truth.
You
They see
understand?
us
That's
all
why
as
they
one.
call our continent country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This country.
Of course, because they call our continent country. They don't even see it as a continent with different countries. You know what I mean? So if I'm migrating to Kenya, to live in Kenya, I think that Kenyans should open their arms and welcome me, and if the same vice versa.
The same, of course.
Yeah,
if someone is moving from Kenya to Ghana to Nigeria to Malawi to Zimbabwe to South Africa, it should be welcomed with open arms.
Because
Simple.
listen, this is the only place we will feel at home. The only place as a black person you feel at home is Africa.
That's the
You
truth.
understand? Because if I am migrating from Ghana to Germany, the frustration they are facing in Africa is what I'm expecting to face in Germany. Because first of all, I am not European or whatever being the case, or I am not white person. You understand? So therefore, they have to be sure that your visit is genuine, or there's a reason for you to stay there.
Yeah,
You understand?
of
Which I understand perfectly
Very
well. But if as an African, if I'm migrating from, if I'm traveling from Ghana to Kenya, and I feel like, oh, Kenya is a place that life can be easy for me. Why do I have to go through this stress? Why, especially that there's something called African Union. Why do I have to go through this stress? For what reason? You get my point? What reason? I think something really needs to be done. Africans, we need to wake up and start uniting.
I think it's high time our leaders need to sit down, go back to the drawing board, and say, look, what are the benefits of we Africans? What do we benefit of us coming together as Africans? They need to sit down, and I think they should scrap this visa of a thing, going from one African country to another
because I know
It
like for
shouldn't be
instance
that.
like
So,
South Africa, for instance, like if a Nigerian wants to get South African visa, it's, oh my goodness, it's like getting a US visa.
for what?
You understand? It takes forever. Like
For what?
the amount of money you have to pay, the waiting time and all that. It's just like going for. I don't think even going for American visa will take that long.
For what?
You know what I'm saying? And from the experience of Wadimaya when he wanted to travel to Congo, I think you've watched that video. The stress and the frustration he has to go through in order to secure what do you call
visa.
it? A visa to Congo. It was just heartbreaking. It was I don't know. I think within Africa, honestly, Africans traveling within Africa should not be this difficult.
It shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be at all
shouldn't be.
because this is the only place. Africa is for the Africans.
Of course.
Africa is for the Africans. You understand what I'm saying? If my brother from Kenya wants to come to Ghana, he should just pick his passport.
That's
his
all.
photo ID, even if it's photo
Photo
ID.
ID. All it needs is just a photo ID. Buy your tickets, and that's it.
Go
You're
to
gone.
come to Ghana, experience home.
You understand?
Ghana is your home. Go to Ghana, experience Ghana. Go back to Kenya, tell them about the beauty of Ghana. Let Ghana go to Kenya.
Yeah.
Experience Kenya. Go to the safari. Experience the wildlife. Go back to Ghana. Tell Ghana about the beauty of Kenya.
That's it.
The same with South Africa. Go to Zimbabwe. Even South Africa and Zimbabwe are not getting on well.
And they're very close.
You understand? But they're so close together. They're neighbors, but they're not getting on so well because they think Zimbabweans are coming to South Africa to take their jobs. To take. Come on, guys. Come on. This is.
And people are traveling from Belgium to Poland to go and work. People are traveling from Poland to Germany to go work. There are people who work in Germany. They live in Poland. They are Polish citizens. They travel from Poland to Germany, work for the whole week. On the weekend, they just drive back to Poland.
Yeah, it's
Why
happened.
can't we do the same thing in Africa?
It's
Why?
I don't know if it's self-hate. You will think about it and you will never understand. You understand what I'm saying? You think about it and you will never ever understand. That why do we hate ourselves so much? You get my point? I'm telling you, Ben, this topic is deeper than you can ever think of. You know what I mean? It's I don't know. I always think about this thing and I don't get the understanding, or I can't find the solution or the answers to all this thing happening there in Africa. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know.
You see, sometimes when I think of this thing, I laugh at us African because you travel to Africa. For instance, I'm traveling to Nigeria. On my flight, you see foreigners that are not Nigerians. When they get to the airport, the way they are being treated, they even treat them better than you that is from Nigeria. Once you show them your Nigerian passports, they don't treat you like the way they treat foreigners. But when you show them the other passports, then you've been treated in a certain way. Why? In your own country,
I don't know.
in Africa, that we're supposed to live like kings and queens, I don't think it's right. And that is why I say, for me, I think this whole problem lies on our leader. They need to begin to change the narrative by saying to these people, if you're given a job to work at the airport, you should know when you see your own brothers and sisters coming home for holidays or to see family members or so, you should make them feel welcome so that they want to come back again. Not when they come and you start acting there, what we got there, what's this, all those kind of treatment.
Yeah.
How do you want them to feel?
Yeah, and secondly, it's hardly that these white people, sorry, I'm not trying to be funny, but then it's hardly for white people or other race to travel to Africa for tourism. because, like I said, the narrative is very bad to the extent that they feel like, oh, Africa, what is there to do? It's just full of poverty and war and diseases and all that. What is there to see? And most of the time, when people are going, they normally will go to Kenya or South Africa, because of wildlife. They just want to go and see the zebra and the giraffe and the the lions and the tigers and all that. You know what I mean? They are not specifically going there because they think that there is beautiful restaurants. There are beautiful architecture structures or housing and all skyscrapers and all that. Some of them really don't think like that. They don't think that there are such things there. You know what I mean? Most of the time when they think of Africa, they think of the safari. Oh, I'm going to see all these giraffe and these gorillas and these
forest.
Tigers and that is what interests them. You know what I mean? So they don't really have that zeal or that.
They don't have that picture.
It's not even about the picture. They don't have that. It's not like you or African wanting to travel to Europe, for that, tourism that I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Because when Africans want to travel to Europe, they're traveling to come and see Buckingham Palace, Trafalgar Square, Windsor Castle, or London Eye, London Bridge and Tower Bridge and all that kind of thing. Because that's what they've heard about London, or maybe if they want to go to Berlin or see the Berlin Wall or whatever, because that's the stories they've heard, the beautiful things about Europe, and that's why they want to come and have a look, or tour around and see. But I'm sure that most of these Europeans or Westerners, when you think of Africa, they always think, if it comes to tourism, all they're thinking about is wildlife. They don't believe.
A lot of them, yes.
Yeah, they don't believe that there are other beautiful things to see aside
Wildlife.
animals.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Outside wildlife.
So most of them are not encouraged to come to Africa to even have a holiday. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying, that. So we, the Africans, right? We have to give our own people the opportunity to explore our own, continent, to see the beauty. Because if you travel to a country in Africa, from Nigeria to Kenya, and you go and see how beautiful Kenya is, you go back home and tell people, oh, how beautiful Kenya is.
Yeah.
Kenya is so beautiful. Kenya have got this. If you go to South Africa, I can tell you, South Africa is so beautiful. I've been there and I've been telling you all the time how beautiful the country. The people are saying about how dangerous it is. Everywhere in the world is, even America that they think is a heaven or whatever, is dangerous. People are dying every day. There's mass shooting and all that. You know what I mean? So there's nowhere in the world that you think that is safe. You understand? Everywhere is not 100% perfect.
No.
You know what I mean? If you go to South Africa like this, you'll be mesmerized about the beauty of the place. You understand? But because we don't get the opportunity, people don't get even a chance. Look at Dubai. Ghanaians don't need visa to go to Dubai. You just, I think it's visa on arrival or something, I don't know.
Okay.
But to get access to Dubai or to go to Dubai, it's not that hard. It's even hard to get visa to South Africa from Ghana or from Nigeria to South Africa than to get visa to Dubai. So now people are rather traveling to Dubai of late.
Yeah, going there to spend their money.
Yeah, because they know that that's the easiest place to go. And besides, it's so beautiful because a lot of people have been there and they've come and they're selling the place to them. You get my point?
I went to Dubai. Oh my God, it's so nice over there.
Exactly.
Then, what are you telling me? All I'll be thinking is, I want to go to this Dubai.
Yeah, because everybody's going there and everybody's telling us how beautiful it is.
Yeah.
But we, the Africans, the African and the leaders are not making it easy. They're not even coming to sit down to say that, guys, now we have to project our own continent. We have to make it also a tourist destination for people to come. Because the more this tourism is booming, the more it makes the economy
to grow. Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
But do you really want to go to Kenya? Because you don't want to go there, because what is there to see? Because nobody have come to tell you how beautiful the place is, isn't it?
Yes.
Do you want to go to Uganda? No. You don't want to. And most of the time we watch this foreign news, CNN, Al Jazeera, the other stations. And what we hear about these countries is how the government is making life hard for them, how there's so much autocratic rule and all these things. You know what I mean? So you sit there and say, me, I don't want to stress myself and go to this country where people don't have freedom. You get my point?
Yeah.
This is the first thing that will come into your mind. But imagine people are given the opportunity. Look at Rwanda. Look at how they are promoting their country. You understand? Of late, all we hear about Rwanda.
Don't forget, let me correct you there. Wada Maya was one of the people who started promoting Rwanda.
Yeah.
Because I've watched videos about Rwanda. But when I watched the video of Wada Maya in Rwanda, where he was sitting on the drainage, eating, and then I said to myself, my God, this country is so nice. If someone can sit in the drainage and eat, this place is really clean. Wada Maya, that's what I'm saying. People like this needs to be encouraged because he's promoting not just, he's a Ghanaian.
I know.
I've not even seen any much video that Wada Maya is promoting Ghana to say, oh, I'm Wada Maya, I'm from Ghana, look at Ghana. No, he's always talking of Uganda, Kenya, all African countries. You understand?
Namibia and all that.
Namibia, all of those countries. You can watch his video. You will see very harmful videos when Wada Maya is talking of Ghana.
I know. And I'm not cutting you short, but then I've watched Wada Maya's video on Rwanda, which was absolutely beautiful. And,
Yeah, he's
and,
done
and,
a
and,
lot.
yeah, and I really applaud him for that. And I really also applaud the government of Rwanda for the beautiful, thing they are doing there and all that, the cleanliness and all that. But what made me happy, what made me so excited, and I was so happy, is when one white guy, he's also a YouTuber, his name is Drew or something like that. He has been to every country on this in this world.
I think I've seen
You see now, you've been watching his videos, and
I watch his videos.
yeah,
well.
Drew or whatever his name is.
Yeah,
I can't remember. I think it's
He's
Drew.
been to Nigeria as well.
He's been everywhere in the world.
Love
You know what?
countries,
And then
yeah.
he was talking about the cleanest. You remember he was talking about the cleanest country he has ever been to. And then you mentioned, I was thinking he's going to say Singapore, because we all know that Singapore
Very clean.
is when it comes to
Very
cleanliness,
clean.
Singapore is
Singapore
on top.
is-
You know what I mean?
God.
But so I was waiting. Singapore.
Yeah.
And then he said Rwanda.
Yes,
And I was
I've
like,
seen
wow.
that.
It's Rwanda is not my country.
Yeah,
You know,
but
the excitement.
when you watch that video, the mentioning of Rwanda, it makes you you're so full of joy. You're happy.
Yeah,
because you're an African.
Because for once you've heard something very positive,
Positive.
from a different person.
Yes.
Who
Yeah.
is not an African.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Me, for once in my life, I felt this excitement because I feel like, oh wow, at least somebody have been to a country and have put in us first.
Yeah.
That is one of the cleanest country in the world, like Rwanda. And I'm always cheering for Rwanda to keep on with, what they're doing and the cleanliness and all that. I'm always cheering for that. And I wish someday I'll be able to, go to Rwanda and see things for myself.
I would like to go there.
So Rwanda, please invite me to your country. Give me a place to stay.
I would like to go there because after I watched Wada Maya video, the way he talked about Rwanda, and another thing, I believe the government of Rwanda, they're really encouraging him,
Right.
in every way they can, because you see the kind of treatment he gets whenever he goes to Rwanda.
Right.
So why wouldn't he want to go there? Why wouldn't he want to promote the country more?
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So the same thing is expected of all other African countries that these bloggers are going to. These YouTubers like Wada Maya, like the what do you call her?
Tigress.
Africa Tigress, and all of them. They need to be encouraged, because when I watch their video and they get this kind of treatment, I'll say to myself, I do traveling as well. I will say to myself, why should I go to this place if I'm going to be treated this way? I'd rather just focus on European countries. And that is why at the moment I do Europe countries. You understand? I've not been to any African country to do a tour to talk about African country, because number one, I'm scared. Why? I don't want to go to somewhere and as soon as I bring out my camera and start videoing, the next thing, blah, 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 you got arrested and say, oh, they will tell you, oh, you are videoing this building, you're not supposed to put the camera there, blah, blah, blah. Then you're going to spend like a week or two in detention for nothing.
Right.
Look at what they did to Wanamaya.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I understand what you're saying, which is
So that's my.
which is like I said, this is some of the reason why most Africans don't want to travel within Africa, because of the experiences people are having and people are sharing with us through social media and all that. So it kind of discourages you from even making that step or taking that step to explore and to see the beauty of Africa. But trust me, there's so many beautiful places or beautiful things to do or to see in Africa. And I'm always encouraging people, if you have money to spend, please spend it in Africa. To be honest, let's try to grow our own continent. Let's try to make our continent a better place, because we are the only people, or listen, the Europeans will not come and project your country for you. They will not come and sell your country for you, because they've got their own to sell.
Of course.
You understand? Because everybody's looking out for themselves. You know what I mean? So we have to look out for our own selves. I'm always saying this thing. We should stop always pointing fingers on the Europeans, thinking that they are going to be our savior to save us.
No.
We have to. It's about time.
It's high time we do things for ourselves.
It's about time we do things. And how can we do things for ourselves? By loving ourselves.
Yeah.
That is the start of everything. We have to love ourselves. You understand? We have to accept each other as if we are one.
We are one.
And truly we are one.
We are
You understand?
one. Yeah. It doesn't matter where you're from.
Let's make things easy for us, because even if somebody wants to travel within Africa, it's hard. The reason why it's hard, because even the fare itself is ridiculous. So if I'm going to pay £500 to travel from Ghana to Gambia, right? Not to talk of what do you call hotel accommodation and food
feeding,
and all this kind of thing, other things that comes with it. Why would I want to spend that kind of money to go to Gambia when I can get a cheaper fare to go to Dubai?
Well, where I can spend
less than what I'll spend. You know what I mean?
To Romania, and I'll stay in a 5-star hotel with my food.
Why would I do that? You understand? So I think if it's going to make it, if Africans will start to travel within Africa, I think it will start with the costs.
Yes.
You know, the cost, because it's too expensive. It's ridiculously expensive. And I think that they should also try and promote Africa more on our televisions. Let's see more of Africa on our own screen, rather than us seeing America and what do you call it? Dubai and Germany and all those things on our screen all the time, making it look like this is the only place for enjoyment.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It is not the only place for enjoyment.
I'm not cutting you up. Look at Nigeria. Go to every state in Nigeria got nice places to visit.
Right.
You go to Lagos, you go to Abuja, you go to Cross River, you go to Rivers, you go to Delta, you go to Edo. All of these places got beautiful places that you can visit.
I've been to Nigeria. I think I've told you about my experience with Nigeria.
They don't promote them.
When I got to the airport in Abuja, I was really, I mean, it's very beautiful, guys. Abuja airport, oh my goodness. Abuja, you are doing great. You know, when I got to Abuja, I got out of the plane. I was walking to the airport, to the arrival, and then my driver came to pick me up, and then we were on our way to the hotel. And then from the airport to the hotel, my God, I was in this car, and I was just looking outside, looking at the beautiful, you know, city of Abuja. And then one thing I noticed, the cleanliness from the airport to the city. So I asked this driver, I think I've told you this story, isn't it? I asked the driver, is it everywhere like this? Like, is Abuja so clean like this? Is it everywhere? And it was like, yeah, it's kind of. I was like, are you sure? It's not because it's the airport road. He said, no, it's everywhere. I said, okay, I'll see things for myself. And believe me, guys, I'm not exaggerating. It's Abuja. Oh my goodness, Abuja is so beautiful and it's really clean. I'm not going to say it's so clean, but all the places I've been to in Abuja, I was really impressed. You know what I mean? It's beautiful.
I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, that if you've not been there, you'll not see it.
So things you just said, who's going to tell that stories?
You understand?
Africans, we need to tell our own story.
Right.
And that is what these guys are saying.
Right.
Changing the narrative. We need to tell our story.
Because trust me, I've been with a lot of white people, and you know, most of the people, because gone were the days when we used to do this exchange program. What's the name? AFS African something like that. American something like that. They come for exchange program and all that, and we do host them. And you know, when you take them out, they don't want to take pictures of the beautiful things.
No.
They're always taking pictures of, the things that looks, you understand what I'm saying? And then you ask, so sometimes I ask them, why don't you take picture of this? This is beautiful. They say, no, we don't want that. We want to take picture of the child not wearing slippers. We want to take picture of the child naked bathing on the street. You know what I mean? And this is what they will go and show to their fellow Europeans. And then when they see that, oh my goodness, this is, there's like, nah, I don't want to be in a country like this where it's so dirty. People are. So who really want to? Do you really want to travel to a country like that when you know that there's nothing better to see there?
No.
Do you know what I mean? So who want to travel to a country like this when you know that there's nothing better to see over there? You know what? Nobody want to travel to a country like that. So we that know ourselves and know what we have in our own continent, I think we are the people to put that out there for people to see that, yes, in every country, they should not tell us that they shouldn't tell us that the whole of Britain is this beautiful. I'm sure you go to so many other places that it's not good, it's not nice, is it? I can mention so many places in this country that you ask yourself, is this the Britain they're showing us on TV? You get my point. You can go to Germany and you see the same thing. You can go to Romania, you see the same thing. You can go to Poland or other places and you're going to see some bad things.
US, there are some places.
Yeah, if you go to
like
US,
that.
California, all these places, Chicago, whatever, New York, whatever, you see all these negative things or bad things about these places that I've mentioned. Yeah, but they are not going to show you that because they want to promote their country in a positive way that will encourage people to come over there, spend money, and help the economy to grow. You understand?
We won't blame them for that.
Yeah, because they are doing whatever it takes for their survival. So we have to also do whatever it takes for our own survival. In order to do that, we have to make things easy for ourselves. Rather than making things so hard, limiting people. You understand? Because what we are doing at this moment is limiting us. You understand? It's limiting us. Because now, if I want to travel to Nigeria as Ghanaian, I have to think about what I'm going to face at immigration. Secondly, I have to think about flight, even the flight cost. Third, I have to think about the hotel. All these things.
Yeah.
You understand?
First, you're going to ask yourself, I'm going on this trip. Do I need to go with the Ghanaian passport or do I need to go with my British passport? Then you find out which one is easier for me. I'd rather go with my British passport.
Right.
Is it supposed to be like that?
I mean, let's even put.
Of course, it's part of it.
I know what you mean, but then even let's put even that one aside. Like as we being coming from Europe or whatever being the case with other passports, let's even put that one. Let's talk about the people in Africa, the people living in Africa, holding the Ghana passport, Kenya passport, Nigerian passport.
Yes.
Who want to take advantage or want to take the opportunity to explore
Other African countries.
How easy is it for them
It's not
holding
easy.
that passport?
It's not easy.
Because our privilege, the privilege you and I have, is because we have another passport, right? And this is the privilege we get from holding that passport. Because when I show my British passport to immigration officer in Nigeria, like I did when I went to Nigeria, they are welcome. Then I just pass through.
Yeah.
Because I've just shown a passport which is not of African.
Yes.
But I'm sure if you have gone through the same like I did, and you're holding a Nigerian or Ghana passport,
No. Then
where are you coming from?
Yeah.
You see the
The
different
body language,
attitude.
everything
is going to be different.
Yes.
The treatment you're going to get is going to be
Yes.
different. Just like when I get to Europe, even with British passport, and the treatment is also going to be the same way. Like if you're holding a Ghana passport in Africa, in Nigeria, you understand?
Yes.
And you ask yourself why? Because if I am treated differently in Europe, I understand, fair enough. Because I am not white, I'm not European. I get it. You understand? Even though I'm holding European passport, I'm still being reminded that I'm not European. Which I get it. It's fine. I don't really hold anything against these people because like I said, this is what they want to be. That's all up to them. But it saddens my heart that I have to experience the same thing in a continent where I feel or I think that I should feel at home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I should get there and feel like, oh, I'll meet my immigration. Oh, you check my passport, everything is okay. Oh, welcome, go.
That's it.
But they will check your passport, knowingly, or knowing very well that, or being sure that everything you have or your passport, everything in your passport is genuine. They still want to frustrate you. Because why? Because probably you've been able to travel. Probably he's sitting there looking at his monthly income and thinking, I can't even afford a flight because my monthly income is from hand to mouth. How dare this young boy able to afford this with Ghana or Nigerian passport? Because obviously, if you're holding a foreign passport, clearly you know probably you're from Europe, so you have money.
Yes.
So it's fine. But then they will think, how dare this person to hold a Nigerian passport as young as he is, be able to travel with all these visa and stamps in his, and so for that alone,
Person is not happy. He's
it's
angry.
not exactly.
So what does he do?
You understand? It's angry, and this is what I'm talking about. It shouldn't be so.
Shouldn't be.
You should be proud of your fellow African being able to travel around or being able to explore the African continent and projecting it in a positive way for other people to see. People who are so ignorant of Africa will then realize and know that, yes, this is the story we've been hearing on media. This is the education they've been giving us about Africa, which is not true. Understand? But these are the people telling us the reality, the real Africa.
Yeah, they are telling their story.
You understand?
Yeah.
So therefore, I think such people, when we see them, we have to hail them because they are doing what our government, our leaders are not even willing to do.
Yeah, what they're not able to do.
You get my
That's what
point.
these guys are
They're
doing.
fighting. They're fighting so hard in order for us to gain a little bit of respect. Because as I'm talking to you, we earn no respect. We get no shit from these people. They don't have any respect for us. You understand? And I don't blame them. Like I said, I don't blame them because they're only following what the media is telling them. Most of them have never been to Africa because they don't want to go to Africa because what they are seeing now, even African Americans don't want to go to Africa.
It's true. Of course.
You understand?
It's because of the kind of stories they've heard.
Exactly.
Because of the kind of pictures they've seen.
You
So
understand?
it's there stuck in their brain. So why would they want to go
Exactly,
there?
you understand?
And that is why that is what I'm saying. So if they've had this kind of pictures and these guys are trying to change the narrative, they need to be encouraged
Exactly.
in every way on all platforms.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That I think that the government really, I mean, the African leaders. I'm not going to say the government because African leaders need to actually sit down and think about what they can do in order to make this thing, possible, to make it easy for African to start exploring their own continent.
I've told you this, and that's exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's true. That's why I said African leaders really need to sit down among themselves and think of the way forward. Because nobody is going to do their job for them as African.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree with you. I think we've said a lot, and there's so much to say, but time factor. We will have to end it here. So, guys, I would like to hear from you what you think can be done to, improve or to minimize all these challenges that we face when we're traveling within our own African countries. So today we're going to end here and probably will come your way again next time. If you've not subscribed to our channel, we kindly ask you to do so. Osquist and my colleague here is
I'm Benny Inegbe.
right. So we are all on YouTube, so you can kindly subscribe to our channel and help us grow our channel. And yeah, so this is where we're going to end, and we hope to see you again soon. Take care of yourself. One Africa, one peace, unity and love.
Yeah. Peace.